You are a wonderful God. Oh, my creator. Only you are.
This is going on 2 years. This month, November. So
Okay.
I've done since I've been watching your videos. I know we're gonna get into this. So just a kind of brief, I've been watching your videos since like the beginning, right? So,
Okay. Okay.
back from the Fibonacci, everything. I think I watched that Fibonacci video probably like 20 times, bro,
Oh
trying
wow.
to figure it out, get it together, whatever. So,
Right.
but you always seem like a dope individual, even in, some of the other people I watched, and they was always, they making 40,000 a day and, doing this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And a lot of times they give you like little small carrots to kind of bait you in to get their course.
Mm-hmm.
I've done most of the same things most people done. The IML, like IML
Yeah.
Academy,
Mm-hmm.
done that, paid that prescription, and they kind of push you getting other people and using their services to kind of bait you into that. You dig what I'm
Right.
saying? So,
Yeah.
and then I got into institutional trading
Okay.
in regards to like institutional levels, rebar swings and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
order blocks and so forth. And when I started kind of doing pretty decent, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
right now I'm trying to become funded with FTMO. So like
Okay.
that's my goal, right?
Okay.
So I came across I was like, fuck it, I'm about to go ahead and do it. Like I was having it, but for some reason I couldn't really seem to come up with a like a trading plan for myself. You know what I'm saying? And like strict
Okay.
rules. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't have rules,
Yeah,
you're
it's
not
over with.
breaking them. You just don't have any rules. Period. So you're
Mm-hmm.
gonna find yourself. I'm getting into the market. You know when I really shouldn't be. During
Mm-hmm.
times of consolidation when there's no volume in the market.
Mm-hmm.
I'm finding myself. Looking at the charts all day long when really I shouldn't be looking at it. If it's not doing a certain period of time, I shouldn't be looking at the chart. So it's a lot of
Facts.
things that I know what I'm doing and I need to stop. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
when I came across your course and I'm just gonna keep it straight facts with you, bro. Like you said something about magic keys. Magic keys is amazing, bro. Like that shit is amazing.
I'm about to tell
Slim,
you.
when I tell you that was one of the hardest things that I was trying to overcome was my risk management. Cause I'm like, I couldn't understand how to calculate the lot size. I'm like, I want to risk this much, but
Mm-hmm.
most of the time I was either undercutting myself where I'm doing too small of a lot size and the
Mm-hmm.
trade wasn't even worth it, or I'm going too high of a lot size and I can't put my stop loss where I wanted to be at because now the loss is going to be too great. So I was in that realm, like, bro, I don't know. And then every time I ask somebody, nobody can give me a straight answer. Like, I'm like, yeah,
Right.
bro. So like, how do you calculate lot size for NAS? They're like, I'm not sure. I think you take this number and you take that. I'm like, bro, like, I can't get a
Yeah.
straight answer.
Right.
When you said magic keys and I tried that shit out. So look, I bought the actual physical version.
Mm-hmm.
I got the shit right here,
Oh yeah.
right? I bought the
Oh,
physical version.
that's a 2.0
And
version.
that's the 2.0. This is the one that you charge, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Bro, I was so geeked up to use the shit. I bought the electronical version too, the one that they give you on the screen. I said, bro, I ain't even waiting for that shit to come. I'm about to buy this shit right now. So, because I bought the electronic version and everything. You hear me? I
Right.
said, fuck that. Cause this joint official, I'm going in. So I
Yeah.
got it. Bro, I started using I'm like, yo, this is fucking dope as shit.
Bro, trying to tell you, bro. Be trying to put people on like magic keys,
Nigga,
like,
I stand by the shit 100% on everything I love. You know, when you first said it, because a lot of times I had did the free trial for FTMO because I
Mhm.
didn't want to pay money and I can't even pass the free trial. If you
Right.
can't do that, you don't have no chance of doing the real thing. So
No facts.
I was doing the trial and I kept breaking their rules, like my drawdown and stuff. That's
Mhm.
because I was over leveraging myself. Bro, I did it this time. I physically passed the trial, right? I never even came close to the trial or anything.
Mhm.
So now my whole goal is right now and for this session is
Mhm.
to kind of just hone in on everything I need to do is in regards to like the strategy. I went
Okay.
through your whole course twice in
Okay.
the last 4 or 5 days. I wrote down notes, even questions to ask you. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
All
So
right.
for the most part, I just got a couple questions, and then I really just want to kind of back test. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying with you, so we can kind of if like I come to something like, all right, in this type of situation, what would you do? I even took screenshots to show you, like, all right, I came across this in this situation. How would you have approached it? You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
All right.
that's how I got stuff set up to kind of keep us where we need to be.
Okay.
So honestly, the whole point of being able to leave your job and have time is to be able to have time away from the charts too. Because if
No
you
facts.
you replace your job with being a slave to the charts, you haven't really done anything. You just replace one with another. So
Facts.
the goal is to be able to have that freedom. So you know, I'm trying to focus on 2 pairs or 3 at the most. And if I had to choose the 3, NAS 100 is definitely wifey at the top. And then right up underneath that, it would either be gold or SPX. Like those are the 2 other ones that I would focus on.
Yeah,
like
bro.
the other pairs, I'm not really big on like the Forex pairs. Like they're cool, but like a lot of times it takes a
Right.
while for shit to reach. It plays around for a minute. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times when you get big moves, it's mostly news on the smaller pairs. So
Yep.
you know, you could do a lot more with NAS. And US 30 is just an entirely different animal completely.
Bro, I'm trying to tell you.
I've been burnt by US 30 a couple times, so I'm like, but NAS just gave me like my best.
Bro, I'm telling you,
100.
literally my best. So I love NAS, man. It's just, I know when it's a bad day. I know when it's a good day to trade it. Like, it's just respect structure like really well. So
If you were doing the trailing your stop loss, right? Typically, how many pips do you trade your stop loss behind price?
I actually wait for a pullback. I always wait for a pullback to break another high. So if I'm trailing price and if it's say it's at like a 1 to 3 risk reward and it done its first pullback after my entry, after that first pullback and it breaks that high of that pullback, I'm going to put my stop loss underneath that low. You get what I'm saying? So
underneath the swing low.
Yep, underneath the swing low. And then as it keep making more pullbacks, I'm trailing that next stop loss to that next swing low. And I'm just going to keep doing that until finally just come back and get me. You know what I'm saying?
Right, because once it breaks that swing low, that's the trade is over anyway.
Yeah, the trend is probably changing, or like it's just breaking structures to the downside. And that's just an indication that it want to reverse. So we're kind of getting out at the best potential area.
That's what's up, bro. I'm trying to actually follow your trading system identically, like completely.
Yeah, you're
like,
not
all
the
way.
Yeah, you're not trying to add no 2 cents.
I'm not trying to add. I ain't trying to add nothing. I ain't trying to take away nothing. I'm trying to do it exactly the same.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? Like I understand supply and demand. I understand like what you're talking about. That's the main thing. Because if you can't understand that, you need to go back to the basics before you even attempt it. So like in regards to your trading system, I'm not trying to change anything. I want to do everything exactly the way you do it and just master that before you add something to it. If you don't physically understand something, how you gonna add something to something you don't understand in the first place?
No,
you know what I'm saying? So, you know,
And I want to say this. When I trade every single day, when I come to market every single day, most of the time I'm using 5-minute levels. I gotta say that. When it comes to a 1 hour level, I don't use it as much. I just gotta keep it a buck with you. I like to use 5-minute levels. Like I like to see it reject 5-minute levels because I'm a scalper. That's just naturally what I am. I'm a scalper. And when you have your stop loss underneath candles or above candles, you can easily get more than a 1-to-1. I just say that so people can grow their account. If you don't want to get out at 1-to-1, you can go for 1-to-2. It's easily reachable because it's moving in momentum during that time anyway.
Yeah.
So I like to use the 5-minute levels more than a 1 hour. I just wanted to say that. But yeah, we can just keep going. For me to really get confident and start playing bigger lot sizes and just trusting my whole system that I use, it took me about a year and maybe 4 months, because remember I used to trade Fibonacci. So like
I remember you trading Fibonacci.
Yeah, I was trading fib. I was a fib man. Like I was fibbing everything. Like, but then I'm like, okay, let me stray away from it, and I want to focus more on institutional type of trading and like mixing retail with institutional, because sometimes people bash retail, but retail can win some days too. But me just knowing the both sides of it just helped me to understand, okay, what is the institutional traders doing and what the retail traders is doing. And I just mix both, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it took about like a year and 4 months to really get it down and my discipline, because it wasn't even a strategy. It was at a point where it wasn't the strategy, it was just my discipline and my rules and me just really following it, even when I do lose, not switching it. Like, because that would happen sometimes, like you would just constantly keep switching it and just like, okay, I'm not even sticking nothing out for a whole month or two. Like I'm not sticking it out. And that was my problem. Like, I would want to keep switching my strategy. And after I just started sticking it out and just, you know what I'm saying, just sticking to my rules, 1-on-1 leader runner, keep doing it. And then over time, it just, every month, like profitability just kept coming in. So I'm just like, yeah, this is right.
Really started studying. Like I'm talking about, like started going in. I wanted to take in as much information as possible. And then I realized that sometimes you can take in too much information and it clouds a lot of stuff. So that's why I started messing up, and I was like, damn, he's saying this, but it's contradicting what this guy said, right? And this guy said this, it's contradicting what he said. You know what I'm saying? So then it came down to, there's really no wrong or right way. You need to find what you like the most, and you got to stick with it. That's what it finally came down to. It finally took me to figure that out, to like,
there is
Why?
no
There is no wrong or right
trade.
way.
It's no right, like everybody have their way of trading. That's why
Exactly.
and it's like YouTube, like they like to bash other people because they trade that way. If that's
Yeah.
making them money, let them do them, bro. Like, and like just like what you just said, when you first start to trading, you're gonna have that obsession and you're gonna be consuming a lot of information. I did the exact same thing, bro. That session is kind of needed at the beginning because if you're not hungry for this, it's over with, bro. If you just in this for the money, over with, bro.
It's over.
It's over.
Yeah,
So,
I want my PhD in fucking trading. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, for real.
I want to be at the top of my game when it comes to trading.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if you look at any major player, anything like that, they spent a lot of time on the court. That's how they became what they became in basketball or football or whatever the case was. You know, so when I looked at the trading and then I finally sat down and, you know, I looked at a lot of inspiration videos. Like, I don't know if you know who the guy that has Swag Academy.
Yeah, I think Swaggy.
Yeah, so yeah, he actually he touched bases on what you just said in regards to, he's like, look, he said, listen, I have a certain style of trading. He said, but I don't bash nobody. He said, a lot of people, you just coming into the market, you've been trading for 6-7 months and your mentor told you like, this is the way. So you bash everybody else for the way they trade. He's like, no, he said, bro, I literally know people that trade only Hikinashi candles and they're killing it. Right. But it don't work for me. That shit don't work for me. I know people that trade this way and they're killing it. They're making big money. But guess what? Don't work for me. I tried it. It don't work. He was like, you're going to try stuff. It's not going to work. Other things will work. He said, once one strategy might work for 1,000 people, you're the 1,001 and it don't work for you. It's just straight like that. That's just what it is. And you have to understand that.
That's trading.
Yeah. He's like, that is what it is. He was like, you need to find something that you like, that you can stick with. He's like, it's like working out, right? You need to find a workout routine that is going to be beneficial to you and you can stick with it. If you can't, it won't work. He said, because at the end of the day, you're going to keep switching until you finally, either you quit or you stick with it long enough to finally get your routine and then you'll finally be profitable. Simple. It's straight like that.
It's just that simple. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, trading is all about who you are. I swear, it's all about the person. And it goes down to that.
It is.
You got any last questions though?
Nope, that was it, bro. I really appreciate everything, bro. I'm looking forward to the Discord and everything, and I appreciate you gave me extra 10 minutes. So, man, that's much respect, bro.